Can you fix Ronnie? She looks a little dark.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's okay. So welcome everyone to the first episode of Ask Millie. For those of you who don't know, years ago when I was talking about blogging, my mother asked, "What's a blog?" So I made her one. And then she became one of the internet's oldest bloggers. And then over time, she had trouble opening things. When I would go to visit her, she'd open all the things up. So I would help her open things, and then I thought, why don't I just video what's going on here? So we did the I Can't Open It video blog, which a lot of people found very funny. So recently, we were talking about Zoom, and she says, "What's Zoom?" So I said, "I'm going to give you one." So last week, interviewed by New England Cable News, and Colton Bradford did an interview between me and my mom about elders who are quarantined and ways they are using technology to connect. And after the session, he emailed me and he said, "Your mom is so great. We loved her, and she should have a show called Ask Mom." So then I was talking to my mother and I said, "Colton thinks you should have your show of your own called Ask Millie." Ask Millie was the name of the show. And she's like, "Okay." And then I said, "What day?" And we agreed on Tuesday. So that's what this is. So welcome everyone for coming. Mom, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Considering what's happening all over the world, I'm hanging in. I'm okay.
Great.
And how are they handling it over there? I know they're quarantining everyone for safety reasons, and they want you to stay in your place. So how are you handling and managing the day-to-day?
Well, I'm adjusting. This is a new thing now. We started out by being told that we can't go out and we limit and they cut all the activities, no shows, no dining room, nothing. We don't play cards anymore, no mahjong anymore. But last week was the first week that they said, you cannot go out of your unit. You have to stay at home. So now they started working on what are they going to do because there's no dining room. So now what they're doing is they're delivering, every few days, they deliver a package with 3 dinners in it, with a million other things. As a matter of fact, this morning I got a package, a big package. Here I am getting ready for this new show, and they come with this big package. So I put things away in the refrigerator, the freezer. As a matter of fact, today when I got my package, I had pleasant surprises in there. Passover starts tomorrow, and part of my package included a box of Manischewitz's matzah.
Hold it up.
Passover.
Hold it up a little more.
I always got the plain matzah.
Up.
This one they sent me, I'm happy to have it, everything matzah. So I don't know how I'm going to like a spiced up matzah. I never had that. I don't know how you make egg matzah out of spicy matzah. I'll find out.
Ma, hold it up. Let's see a little bit more. I want to see the box.
And you see, it says everything matzah. It's like they make bagel, everything bagel. Well, there's everything in here. So I don't know how I'm going to like that. So that was part of my surprise from my supermarket. And then later in the day, after I got through unpacking everything, someone knocks on my door, and it's Brooksby bringing me 3 meals for the next few days. And very nice of them. They're wonderful. They do such thoughtful things. In my package from Brooksby, plain matzah. One piece of good old-fashioned plain matzah. Plus, I got a macaroon, which you always have for Pesach as a macaroon.
Right.
So they're thoughtful, they're caring, they're thinking of everything. I found out yesterday one of the ladies had to leave the premises. Sometimes you
Hey
have
there,
to
I'm on the
leave.
Zoom.
And when she
Get
came
back
in,
to, I'm on a Zoom. Can I get back to?
she had to stop at the guardhouse and they took her temperature. So everyone who comes in from outside gets their temperature taken.
Good.
So that's some of what's going on here.
Feel free to ask her a question. Talk to Millie.
Question, how's the food? The food is pretty good, pretty good. And some things I haven't eaten. I've never had certain dishes. And when sometimes I open it up, I don't know what that is. The other day I had moussaka. Well, I know moussaka is Greek, but I don't know how you make it, what's in there. And after I ate it, I still can't tell you what was in it.
But hopefully good stuff.
Eggplant.
What was it?
Eggplant.
Okay, I didn't taste it. I didn't see it. I don't know what it was. But
By the way, Millie.
yeah.
Yeah, Millie, I'm gonna be making some Passover rolls using your grandmother's recipe.
Oh, you have my grandmother's recipe for.
Well, I have it from my grandmother.
Oh, that's.
So I imagine she got it from her mother.
How nice.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I often wondered, people didn't have telephones. They didn't have, I don't even think they had mail, but all the grandmothers and all the relatives, they made the same recipes. And they lived in different countries, but they still got the same recipes.
That's right. Just like you have all the prayers that are the same.
Yeah. Oh, so you're going to make homemade Passover rolls. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Millie, it's Ronnie.
Yes, Ronnie.
Have you tried to find a mahjong game online?
I haven't done that yet. In back of my head, I'm thinking I should do that. Well, maybe I should look into that. That would be interesting. I got the new card, and so if I find people on the internet, they'll also have the new card. It's springtime, and it looks like a good idea. I have to do that.
I have another question, but for Rains, don't you and I know each other a little bit from a long time ago?
I think a similar connection with Steve, the web gatherings in
Lake Oswego. Weren't you here about almost 8-9 years ago at the Lake Oswego thing I had?
Absolutely, yeah. Your birthday.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise. Ronnie, I do want to follow up on your question to Millie, though. First of, I imagine normally you get a lot of time talking with your neighbors. Is there anything that substitutes there to keep you connected, keep up on everybody? What's going on and how everybody's doing? Or
Mom, did you get that? Rains wants to know, you usually talk to your neighbors. How are you communicating with your neighbors now?
Very good question. I live on a part of the floor where there are only 4 apartments. I'm very close with a new neighbor of mine. She came in a couple of years ago, brand new, when I greeted her. And so we became very friendly. She's a terrific person. The other ladies on this floor, they've been here. They were here before me. And the other day I got a call from 2 of the neighbors that have lived near all these years. I've been here 8 years, and they called for the first time.
Wow.
Yes. And then just yesterday, I found something on my shelf outside of my unit. A pretty flower, daffodil, I think, in a nice vase with a lovely message. She lives in Gloucester. She still has a home in Gloucester. So she had to go up there. And so she found these daffodils. She cut them. And she must have done that to the neighbors on this floor with a lovely message. And she's brand new. Like, she's only a couple of months old. and she sent me the flowers with a lovely message. And so I think we're all, the old and the new are getting closer.
Sure.
Oh, and this lady that's been living here a long time, when I walked by, when I was allowed to walk by, she asked me, could I use an orange? Because she doesn't like oranges. And I said, oh yes, I love an orange. So she went to her kitchen and gave me an orange. And this is someone that's lived here longer than I have. And so we had that exchange. And she's telling me now her doctor told her to have an egg a day. She needs the protein and she needs an egg a day. Well, I am loaded with eggs. So today I'm going to stop by her place and drop her off some eggs. Plus I got 2 eclairs today. Well, I don't eat eclairs. She loves chocolate and she loves cream. So with the eggs, I'm going to put in a couple of eclairs. So that's going to be our communication. So I say, we're getting closer. Everyone needs everyone.
Absolutely.
That's true.
It sounds like even without being there in person, eating together, food is still the social link.
It always is.
Yes.
Madison Mayer, someone new joined. Look
I
down the bottom.
see Toby Bloomberg. How are you?
Hey, Millie, how are you?
I'm good. I see you every so often. You pop up on the screen.
I do. And I see you every once in a while. I miss you. I miss your fabulous blog. And I see Ronnie Bennett. Hi, Ronnie. So I'm loving Ronnie's blog so much. And Ronnie, I love your video. She does a video chat every other week. It's fabulous.
Yeah, great. And so I remember the times that we got to know each other, and that big deal visit she called me and asked me if I would speak at a get together in Boston at some hotel. And I said, oh no, I could never do that. But she persisted. She'd asked me very nicely. And finally I weakened and I did it. And it was great that I did it. I had a good time. I remember I had a good time. The audience had a good time. And I still have that top.
You do?
Yes, I still have it. I can still wear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
how funny.
Yeah.
It was the American Marketing Association's conference on blogging. And you were one of the keynote speakers.
Huh?
I remember the photographs of those afterwards. Yes.
Yes. Oh, Steve couldn't make it that time because he would have videoed it, but Carol took over. His wife took over and she was there and she held my hand and she did the photo.
Yeah, you were great.
That was wonderful. That turned out to be a good experience for me.
For everybody.
For everybody. Yes, the audience laughed. I told an old joke and they never heard it before. So they laughed.
Millie, you're an inspiration.
What is it?
You're an inspiration.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I never thought I'd be an inspiration for anything.
Millie, I know that Steve and you and I, well, you and Steve are my cousins.
Yes.
But tell me how these other people here who are with us, how are you all connected?
Well, I think the first connection is my cousin, Harvey. He's a second cousin because your mother and I were first cousins. Cousin Rose was a first cousin and Harvey's a second cousin. And we were fortunate, we would get together every so often. I saw your kids growing up. I saw the baby growing up. Yeah. And so I feel like a first cousin, but we're second. We're
I feel the same way too. It's family.
I think that means Harvey, Steve, you can tell me this. I think that means Harvey and I are cousins.
Well, are you on the Garfield side?
No. I'm
So-
on the Stampler, well, the Shore side.
Yes, the shore side.
Yeah, got it right.
That's right. That's the shore side. Yes.
You were the shore side, and I'm the stamper.
Oh, you're the Stampler side. Got it.
Right. My granduncle Dave was my grandmother's brother.
Okay. Okay. So we're not cousins by blood, but nice to meet you anyway.
And they're two beautiful people. Yeah, her
Yeah.
mother was a cousin to me, but she was a girlfriend and a sister. We were very close growing up until she got married and moved out of state. She had to
Yeah,
move out
all
of
the way
state.
to Seattle, Washington, she moved. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
Well-
her mother, I remember her mother saying, "Oh my God, my daughter's moving away." And what her mother, Leona, said, "Ma, just because I'm moving away doesn't mean I'm not coming back. Someday I'll come back."
She said that? Wow.
She did, and she came
Wow.
back. She didn't come back to Massachusetts, but she got to the East Coast.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And Ronnie, fortunately, we met when I first started. I was brand new with the internet, and I'm
Uh-huh.
looking. How come?
No, I said, no. Go ahead.
I was brand new to the internet, and I posted a few things, and I wasn't getting any comments from anyone anywhere. And so one day I sat down and I wrote to the people, and I said, "What is going on with you people? I'm writing and you're not responding. What's going on? I'm 70, whatever I was. I'm 78 years old and I want to hear from you." Well, once I wrote that, I got response from people because they heard my age so they could relate. And then Ronnie must have found me that way.
Yeah, I don't remember. But it's been a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
I think you started your blog about a year before mine.
Yeah, we were about the same
Yeah.
time. So I don't think I found you. I think you found me somehow. Anyway, when I said 78 years old, and then I started to pick up people. And then one of the connections we made right away, Ronnie, I remember she wrote me and she was asking me a question, "How do you peel a lemon?" Something about a lemon. And we were going,
Wow, I don't remember that.
we were going back and forth about how do you handle a lemon. And then it grew from there. Yeah, so that's how we
Sort of like your series, isn't it? I can't open it. I guess it was, I can't peel a lemon.
the Can't Open It came a good few years later. And Toby, I think Toby found me somehow through a friend of hers. They found me. She found me. And that was a back and forth. And then she came up with this thing about she's going to be in Boston and would you speak? And I said, "No way, I can't do that." And I did it. And she said, "Whatever you want, however you want to do it, just let me know." And I said, "I have to sit down." Even then, I had to sit down. She said, "Okay." And when I got there was a chair there for me, and I sat down and did it. And I think I never met you. I think through Steve is the connection.
Rains, yeah.
I don't have a history. We're making history today.
Millie, I don't recall if Steve brought you to the Gnome Decks conference, Gnome Decks in Seattle,
No.
or just talked about you there and just showed videos perhaps there.
I took her to Blog Her in California.
Blog Her, there we go.
Were you there?
Was that the first one?
I don't know if it was the first one, but it might have been the first one in California.
Yeah, I think I do recall meeting there.
Okay.
And I know Steve from Boston Computer Society stuff way back when. And now even though I'm based in California, I'm sheltering out of place in Cambridge, here to help take care of my mom,
Oh.
who's over by Porter Square.
What kind of place is she in?
At home, but getting extra nursing help
Oh, okay.
right now.
A little challenge, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Fortunately, we've got somebody that's sort of a full-time nurse. So, she is his only client. So that's reassuring. And my dad and sister they're doing the brunt of coordinating everything. So yeah, I think that was the connection, and it was through the Nomedex conference that I met Ronnie, and ended up coming to her birthday party as well.
Yeah.
A while back.
What is that conference called again?
Nomedex. Chris Perillo, who had a blog, Gnome something.
Gnome Deck. Oh no, what was it?
Yeah, his actual blog.
Locker
is
Gnome.
Yeah, Locker Gnome.
That's it. Yeah.
And
So
anyway,
the
yeah.
bloggers conference.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, and then to get to meet Ronnie, the elder blogger, was real
We
cool.
went to that conference, I remember, and it was so early in video blogging, they didn't have a session on it. They had nothing on it. And so I was there with Ree Pettis, who was one of the first video bloggers with me. And we stood up and we said, if there's anybody interested in video and blogging, let's meet, over here after. And we had to make that happen ourselves. It was so early. It was fun times.
Oh, I had a good time. That was quite an experience for me. We met outside at a pool. It was beautiful.
That was Blog Her, yep.
Oh, that blog.
Oh yeah, I remember that pool.
Walking around by the pool and they running after me. Oh, Millie from Millie's blog. I was so happy.
You guys, I don't know if you guys remember Amanda Congdon, and she did Rocket Boom, and that was a daily video blog, and it was one of the first daily news video blogs. So she was really famous, and she was well known. So someone came up to us at the pool, and she asked Amanda if she could get a picture, and Amanda thought she meant with Amanda, but what she wanted to do was Amanda to take the picture of her and my mother.
Wow. That's fame.
Oh my God, that was the funniest thing.
Millie, you should have autographed the picture.
Yeah, right. And then who was that television star that was at one of those sessions?
Daniel McVicker.
Daniel McVicker. I still hear from Dan every so often. Very handsome guy. He was on a soap opera, and I had expressed my interest in McVicker to Steve because I knew Dan was there. And so one morning, Steve invites me to join him for dinner, breakfast. Come for breakfast. And we go into the dining room, and who am I having breakfast with but Dan McVicker?
I arranged it and didn't tell her.
That was fun. And to this day, we communicate every so often. He got married, has a child. He's in Paris now.
Italy.
He pops up every so often.
He relocated to Italy. No, what was happened? I guess he was living in Italy, and he went on their version of Dancing with the Stars, and it was Skating with the Stars. And so he was skating with some Italian famous ice skater. They got married. Yeah.
So Beth, tell me, what are you doing? How's your life?
Well, my life is similar to other people's lives right now, but I live in New Paltz, New York, and I still work part-time for the New York State court system in New York City, but right now not too much work. And I'm kind of semi-retired, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived for many years in the New York City area, and I love being up here in nature. And I see somebody else joined us.
Matt, look at the bottom who just came in. It's Chris Brogan.
Oh, Chris Brogan. Hi, Chris.
Oh, wait a second. You're muted. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Hello again. Hi, everyone.
Hey, yay, good to see you. He's Steve's friend and he's my friend.
Yes, I'm both. I'm like a double hit.
Right.
How's every little thing?
The little things are okay. Fortunately for me, I'm fortunate that I'm living here where I am. They're looking after the people. They can't do enough for us. They're very, very on the ball. And so I feel safe and secure. the other day I had security people come in because I had trouble with my heat.
Oh, okay.
So he came in, and once he showed up, I had something that I could not do myself. So I said, I'm going to ask him to do me a favor. I have patio here, and my patio chairs were piled up one on top of another, and I couldn't handle that. So I asked him, could he just straighten them out, put them out on the floor for me? Yes, took him a minute. And now when the weather is nice and I want to get some fresh air, I have a chair to sit on.
Speaking of a minute, we have 1 minute left. Can everybody wave? I'm gonna take a quick picture. Hold your hand up, wave. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
So it's gonna,
Was Ronnie in that
it's gonna
picture?
end any second now because it's a
Oh.
40-minute meeting. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And thanks
Bye.
for joining.
Bye.
Best of health. Stay safe.
Bye,
Bye,
Katie.
everybody.
All right.
If you need a longer one for next time, I've got a pro account. Be happy to set one up for you.
Oh, okay, great. I might just get one of those.
And worth it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she-
And I'll just mention my celebrity sighting of the day. I was bicycling before